Hey everyone, welcome to the Random Encounter Guild meeting number 3. It's good to see everyone. Great turnout tonight. I'm not sure if this is a record, but thank you so much for showing up tonight. We have a few topics here. We're going to try to get through it as quickly as we can. I will stop intermittently in between each subject. If anyone does have a question, try not to jump over each other if there's multiple questions. So, yeah, it's awesome to see so many people in here. Which brings me to the first order of business. As I counted this morning, I think I'm right. I've got the right number. 118 members. This is really awesome compared to I remember when the guild was literally just a um, like just an idea as of a server when there was like 3 or 4 people on here when I was streaming, and a couple people from my stream came in, and we decided to do this, and to our first all the way back to our first actual interview, which I believe was I think it was Grizzlar was our first interview. So we've come so far, and I don't even think Grizzlar's interview was a voice interview, which, by the way, as you know now, has become our gold standard for people coming into the guild. So it has been a long time coming. So yeah, really great. We've dialed it back a bit. We got really busy the past 2 or 3 days. Me, Canicus, and Myth absolutely flooded with applications. I think we had 20 in the past 2 days. So, and we're down to I think 3 or 2. So we've really been hitting it hard. So congratulations and thank you to the officers for helping us out, helping me and us out to get those that were good for the guild to come in, and those that we needed to send into another direction and maybe route them to another guild in the direction that would help them most. So awesome job, 118 members, and everyone so far has been really great. So moving in from that, we've enjoyed here. The final stress test is upon us. I believe tonight and tomorrow morning is the last part of that. I wanted to say that the guild's presence on the stress test was a success. From the moment that we went live, we had a little hiccup with the server because they changed it us on the last second, but a couple people made characters on the wrong server, and uh, we moved on from there. And can everyone hear me? Everyone can hear me, right? Just want to make sure. Very good. Thank you. Okay, very good. Good. So yeah, so we moved quickly when the stress test server went live. Everyone went out, their did their like opening quest area, did good, and then we started the protocol for what we would do to to start the guild. So was pretty quick, pretty painless. I believe we had random encounter up and running on the stress test in no less than 90 minutes, which is pretty good considering I was the only officer on at the time, and we had about 30 or so people join the guild in the initial run. Even though a lot of the night elves came out for that, we had some nice pictures. I really should get them on the website, and I am sorry we've been a little busy, so I will try to get those up tomorrow if I end up with some extra time. So I think people have been enjoying their time. Some people have actually been doing the dungeons. I know there was a successful Ragefire Chasm run by the guild, so we had some guildies run all the way through Rugamar, Death Run, and complete the dungeon, which is pretty awesome. A couple people have gotten really far in Dead Mines, but just haven't quite got to the end. That level difference is pretty brutal, plus some little bit of glitchiness with the boat at the end. So that is awesome. Was there any, and so I was wondering if anyone has a question, you can either speak up through voice about the stress test, either through voice or in the chat. I'll give you a couple of seconds here to speak. Remember, one at a time if you're gonna speak on voice. Okay. I'll wait. I'll continue into the next topic, but if you have a question about the stress test, write it out in the guild chat like most people have been chatting there. And I'll come back to it and answer it as we go. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We have a couple of members that are having problems. They'll have to, you can, they'll have to do that through their uh, their settings. But yeah, um, wanted to go into tomorrow is a big day for the guild, as you know, character creation. If you hadn't heard, which I'm sure everyone has, you should have. Everyone got a message. Um, I believe through both the website and on Discord. We will be on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. That is the role playing server. That is uh, the only role playing server that will be out for WoW Classics. So it made our job a lot easier to pick. So tomorrow, I believe you'll be able to log in and create your characters up to three. So go ahead and do that. A couple things about that. I wanted to remind people we're going to be on a role playing server. So remember your name. There are people that on role playing servers, I don't know if they're going to be like this anymore, but if your name doesn't seem role playish enough, it's the only word I know how to use. Someone might report your name, and yeah, they will. And if the Blizzard decides it's not RP enough, they will make you change it. I know it seems I know it seems like ridiculous to think that would happen, but just try to remember, um, your name when it comes to that. But don't try not to worry about it. So just something I wanted to bring it up. Um, remember,
Question.
yes.
Excuse me. Is there some criteria that's published somewhere as to what constitutes a RP-ish name, or do we just come up with a name and hope it passes muster?
um, I think if you were watching Lord of the Rings and someone in Frodo came up and say, "Oh, hey there, X Killer XX, how are you today?" It probably wouldn't fit. I guess sort of, you know, at least. Oh, there is some. There's. I don't know. Yeah, just try to. Just don't.
Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Maybe.
don't make it. Just make it so it's fantasy realm like, I suppose. And there's some rules, I'm sure, on.
Yeah, I've got them right here. Thank
Right.
you,
Yeah.
Strayed. That was helpful.
Yeah.
And thank you, Wobble. That's fine.
Yeah. It's the best. I mean, I know my name Wobblecog is a gnomish name, so I know I don't have to worry about it. But yeah. Okay. And remember also when you pick a name, you have to represent the guild. So remember, you have to walk around with the guild tag underneath your name. Um, so yeah, just remember that you carry that around both on your name and in your person when you interact with people. So the things go awry and you act like a horrible person, first thing those people are going to do is going to come back to the leadership of the guild, and that's just something we don't want to ever have to deal with. So just remember that. Um, So that's pretty much it on character creation. I think from what I've heard, maybe the officers will be able to back me up on it. Character creation should be all the way up till launch. So if you're not here when it's going live, you should you should be able to. Um, no, Brannerick, you wouldn't put RE. You just put Brannerick, and then the guild tag would be underneath your name by default because you'd be in the guild. Just that someone had asked the question that it's not like I know in Diablo, like your clan, you had to put your clan next to your name, which you don't have to do that. I'm just saying you carry it with you as you walk around the world. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, and I think the character creation will last all the way up until launch. I don't see why they wouldn't. I just don't see. Just remember, Bloodsail Buccaneers is the server, and to be honest, I really kind of like the name of the server. At first, I was like, that sounds violent for an RP server, but hey, Yar, right? What are you gonna do? All right. Moving on. If there's any, I don't know if there's any. And again, if you have any questions, I'll take them right now. Any more questions about naming, you can ask here quickly on voice, or you can ask them in the chat. I'll try to catch up with them as we go. So I'll give you a few seconds for questions here. Okay, so no questions on voice. I'll catch them in the voice and in the chat channel if anyone comes up with one. And again, thank you so much for all you guys showing up. This has been awesome so far. So yes, this is another thing. We had a little bit of an issue. I was quick to I was part of this one Discord server that was like a role playing server for upcoming WoW Classic, and it quickly became the Bloodsail Buccaneers like Discord server and got out of hand really quick. The mods were not ready for it, and it has just turned into. I invited a bunch of people into it from our guild, and that thing is dissolved. If you are still in the original Bloodsail Buccaneers Discord server, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but I would suggest getting out of it. It is by far not um, what we want to do. It's a troll server at this point. You should get as far away from it as you can. Now, what we are going to do, I have been invited to another Discord server that has all of the, as far as we know so far, all of the guild leaders for Bloodsail Buccaneers for all the guilds, both Horde and Alliance, on it. I'm in a special chat with them. I've been coordinating things with them. It's been very good. All the guild leaders are all on board with the community. I have not met a mean person yet among the guild leaders and the other leadership, and it's become a good server. They seem like, um, no, we're gonna get you the invites out. But I just want to put before we do give those invites out to that server, I want to caution you, it is not an official random encounter server. So our rules might not apply there as far as someone might use bad language there, might be above PG or PG-13 like we are. I just want to let you know I have no control over that aspect of it. It seems like most of the people are in there are pretty nice and respectful. All the guild leaders are in there as the leadership of the server, so it seems so far to be good. And from what I've been in it for 2 or 3 days, so uh, I've been I've been okay with it. So there is that to go on, and I thought it's good. I will be sending out an invite to that server momentarily. Well, I'll probably do it after the guild meeting. I don't want it to get pushed off the screen, so I'll put it in guild announcements, or maybe one of the other officers can put it in guild announcements here on Discord. But it's a good server so far, very well organized, which you guys know I'm big on. So yeah. So, any questions on the server we're going to be using as the well? Again, no one's forced to go on there. It's just something I'm using you as a leader. Yeah. Yeah. So there are a lot of rules. Any questions about that server and how it entails us in the guild? And if no one has any on voice here, and I'll wait a moment for it to come up on chat. Like I said, I'm using it to help coordinate, yes, cross guild events. I've been talking to the other guild leaders. There are plans to do some RP events that include all the major guilds on the server in one huge, like, in big, huge events. Yep, all Alliance and Horde on one. Yep, everyone is uh, everyone is being very nice. Obviously, that might not. I'm saying in RP, the RP part of it, we might end up with a RP war. There is no. They're very on top of it. Voluntas, from what I've seen, they're very much on top of keeping. The leadership of the server is respectable and intact, and I don't think that um, I haven't seen any trolling. So. There you go. So as of now, I'm okay with it. I'm in it, and I can kind of have some. I don't have a lot of control in there, but I'm part of it. There you go. That's what I can do. That's all I can do. And if it becomes toxic and stupid, then we can always pull out of there. Um, but so far, I've enjoyed it. A Goldshire concern? Well, if there's a Goldshire incident, then I would suggest if you don't like that sort of thing, stay away. If you don't like something that's going on the in the on the server, then stay away from it. So, um, yeah. So right now, though, yeah, there's an area. Frequently, there's an area on the guild on the official WoW forums where you can look up old old people you might have known during vanilla. They have an area for there. So there you go. All right. Moving on from there, from the Discord server. Launch day coming up. We're like 2 weeks away now. 2 weeks away. Very, very close. The guild opened its doors on January 16th. The guild was idea was conceived on December 21st, I believe it was when I came up with the idea. Um, so we've been around since January 16th. So in 5 days will be 7 months since we opened our doors for interviews and membership. So that's awesome for those that have been around since the beginning. I did mention one fellow on there. I know Isaac Cott's been with us for a while. I know P. Fritz has been here. Orion, Ether has been here since almost the beginning. Frasier is a very, very early member. Yeah, just a lot. And if I missed your name, it's not that I just maybe have forgotten it since we have so many awesome members now. It's hard to remember everybody. But thank you for those who have been here since the very, very, very beginning. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, guys. So moving forward for launch day, just remember, just like this, there will be more than this on Discord on launch day. So here's the thing. Yes, it will be busy. Yes, there'll be a lot of people probably talking. There's going to be a lot of excited people. Um, so let's go over a few things. Remember, be patient. There's going to be a lot going on, all at once. Just remember that. There's going to be a lot going on at once. Just be patient. The guild leaders all have your best interest uh, in hand. Be positive, right? I'm just as much of a I do say this, and those that hang out with me on Discord, yes, out of my mouth sometimes come things like, "Oh darn it, I don't like that," or "I would never do that," or that, and I'm gonna try my best to to correct that, especially on launch day. We want to be positive, encouraging, um, and moving forward. If you don't know, if you don't know the procedure for launch day. We practiced it on the stress test. For those that were there, we know how it goes. Follow the procedure on the website. It's in the Guild Tavern as one of the stickies, day one guild plan. Um, Also, the way it's going to, the officers will also be directing you to where to be, what to do, and here's what we're going to be doing to. So after the guild charter is signed and the guild has become live, we will put out a. What's going to happen is each officer will be connected to one of the races in the game. So we'll have Moxie might be. I think Moxie might be dwarf. I don't know yet. Moxie dwarf, somebody gnome, somebody, and that's how you will ask for your guild invite. The officers will still be backed up. Be patient with them. We will try to get you in. The plan is to have. We might have people line up near the guild the Welcome Center in Ironforge, so that might be a way to do it. You can walk up to your prospective officer in the game. We will see. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. You'll walk up to your prospective officer, uh, and that way it'll have a split so we don't have everyone bottlenecking to a single person. But that is the plan. Make sure you tell the person that you are signing up with what your name on the Discord/website is so they know that you are legitimately in the guild and not somebody that is just, trying to get into a guild. It'll be, yeah, it'll be, I think it'll look cool and it'll be a cool RP event. I'll try to get some pictures and stuff like that for the website, hopefully. Um, listen to the officer's direction. Also, as the opening of the game starts, like I said, Guild Hall 1 is going to be super, super full. So um, just remember, since it's going to be full, there's going to be a lot of people that would like to talk. Uh, so I suggest find your niche in the beginning. If you want to solo, be okay with not talking as much in the huge channel. Or you could find a group of 2 or 3 people and go hang out in a group channel, especially if you're starting off in a thing. I don't want to force people to do stuff, but, you know, find a little group, find some new friends. I know some people haven't really met a lot of people in the guild, and now would be the first day would be a great time to make some friends. And we know that since it's a large, large group of people, not everyone has the same. You're all not going to have the same personality. That would be boring if we did. Not everyone will. We expect everyone to get along, but we don't expect everyone to be like, "Oh, I love grouping with everyone." We know that's not going to happen. We hope you try your best. Just try your best. That's all we ask. Yeah. Yeah, Sinros has been with us for a long time. The guild size has tripled. Very good. What questions do we have on launch day? I'm expecting a few questions here. What does anyone? You have the option, Tater. Tater has questioned: should Night Elves run to Ironforge as well to join? You have the option. We will be doing a guild picture near Ironforge. That's their option. You don't have to. If you want to, I know someone in the guild. We'll go over it at the end. I know someone was gonna. If you're in the stress test, there's someone in the guild that can show you. I think there's a shortcut, so you only have one death. But we'll go over that at the end. I think that was Sydney that wanted to do that, but it's up to you guys. You don't have to. I'm not a dwarf, so I have to go to the back of the line. Well, everyone will go to the back of the line, and then the line will split into each race as you get to the front. There you go. The way back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You so there you go. Hey, you don't have to make the run. You could wait till level 20 and get teleported by a warlock. But yeah, it's up to you. Just follow the officer's direction. If you don't want to make the trek, then send a tell. Send a tell to your prospective officer, and they'll make. I'm sure they'll get with you as soon as possible. I've got the ranks down in. I got the ranks done pretty quickly when I made the guild on the stress test, so that shouldn't be an issue. Again, patience, patience, patience. What questions? Um, well, if you're for those of you who will be online a few hours later than oh yes, yeah, then you would look for your prospective officer, and if they weren't on, was not every officer is going to play for 50 hours, right? Then yes, if they're not on, find any officer, message them. Um, you know, you can join the REOOC, which is our out of character channel. We'll be touching a little bit more on that since we found some flaws in that system. To be honest, today actually we'll be talking a little bit about that. Um, Wardens, we don't know yet. Wardens will stand by right now. We have 2 weeks. The officers will let the wardens know how we're going to be doing that. We might have you help. So thank you for that question, JC. That's a good question. Um, no, no, you can do your starting zone. There's a little bit of time, I think, till the picture as well. So I'm not. Nope. What? Need a bit of gold? You need 10 silver to start the guild. To start the guild, like I said, we had the guild up and running in 90 minutes. So everyone should bring, as we suggest, you bring 1 silver to help. How do you help support the server? What server? My server? Yeah, 9 p.m. is the official time for that. We might move that back a little bit to 8. I'm not sure yet. That's the official time, but we might move the charter back. This is up to we don't know how the server's going to launch. Yeah, you don't even need to bring if you have it's if you're like, hey, look, I can only spare 25 copper, then you spare 25 copper. There's more than plenty of people in the guild. Whatever we make extra will go towards the guild coffers for our first event, which I believe is going to be a 50-50 raffle. The guild website, how do you help support it? You can buy guild merchandise, which is we have a merchandise store. That's the one I suggest. There's a merchandise store in the guild tavern under the stickies. We have merchandise like hoodies, coffee cups, stuff like that. That goes towards the server, and you can also just pay directly towards the server, which is an option on the front page, I believe. But picking up the guild merchandise would be your better bet because you're actually getting something and not just putting your money. If you want to, you can also. I'm going to touch on something a little later for helping the server. Well, we can go to it now since it was asked. Since we're a little off topic, I'll bring us back. There's an option on Discord to go like boost our server, our Discord server through Discord Nitro. As you've probably noticed on the left side, we have a much cooler looking icon on the left side where the Anduin saying, for the Alliance there over and over. That was because we've had 4 people so far boost our server with Nitro. So yeah, Isakata, we already went over that. Yes, that was gone over already. And we're going to have everyone split to their specific officer, in Ironforge. So it'll be a line. It'll be a line, and then at the end of the line, you'll split off into the different races. So yeah, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. My phone's ringing right now. So yeah, sorry about that. Of course it would, right during the guild meeting. All right. No, no class leaders will be picked day one. So yeah, no class leaders. Class leaders are more of a rating element. We'll go into that. All right. So moving on, we got a little off topic there. So yes, the Discord Nitro is another way to help the Discord server. If that's we get actually get better audio quality through that through the Nitro, and we can get some vanity stuff comes up if we continue to get more. Again, please never any pressure to spend money on the guild. Please, if you especially if you don't have extra money to spend, please don't just do it. There's never any need for that. All right, thank you for that, and I will just look in here to see if there's any questions. All right, that's okay, DMC. You can view this later on YouTube. Okay, moving on. We were on launch day stuff. Class leaders will be picked over time based on your class knowledge, your upholding of the guild core values, and a lot of other things. And so there are many ways. There are many ways to get into positions like that. So give me just one moment as I'm changing some stuff. I had a question in the officer channel. Thank you very much. Okay, launch day. So if there's yeah, and if you have any more questions on launch day, put it in there. I can come back uh, as we move on. Guild events. Uh, if you haven't looked at them already, go to the home page, and on the left side there's a guild calendar, and right under that are all the guild, not all of them, but a list of guild events, at least the most upcoming ones. You can also click on like all events and look at the calendar at a bigger view and see all the cool stuff that's coming up. Let me look and see. We've got our meeting today, obviously, character creation tomorrow. There's an officer meeting the day before launch, and then all officers will be reporting that are available at 9 a.m. on launch day. So kudos to those guys for spending their day with me, at least not all of it, but most of it. Got the classic release, the charter signing. Every Saturday morning, there will be a fireside breakfast. I think I have to talk to Isaac and Moxie. I'm not sure if they want to do it um, on Discord or if it's going to be all in game where we chat in slash say. Maybe they could elaborate on that in the event because I guess I didn't know what that's going to be. So I think that'll be a fun time for people to just get together, chill out, and like talk about what happened during that week and what they plan to do. And I always like those kind of things, almost like a nice little chat. And that's going to be every Saturday. I believe that's at 8 o'clock. The first guild meeting, mark your calendars, September 7th at 8 p.m. It's plan right now. We plan to be near Goldshire, where they kind of set up the Dark Moon Fair. Um, that's the plan. We'll be out of the way of everyone, but we'll be in the way enough so people will see us. And yeah, remember that will all be in slash say as well. So we won't be on Discord. You know, no one will be on Discord, talking through the meeting. Where all the officers will be on there doing probably macroed messages. At least I'm going to have that. Our plan is to do a lot of promotions and stuff at our guild meetings and just kind of talk about what we've done, where we are, what we've kind of like this. Of course, I think they'll be shorter. I like to keep them under an hour because I know no one wants to sit around for an hour, especially in a game where we want to go out and have fun and quest and enjoy the world as it is. So, and then they have I think there's a guild event on 9/11 where we're gonna do a big pilgrimage from one area to another. I might try to get the server involved in that with the other guild leaders, but we shall see. I will get back with you on that. So if there's any other questions on guild events at this time, in voice or in type chat. Okay. I will. I will keep that. Yes, and of course, as Arathea says, root beer floats are the best. Well, it kind of makes me want a root beer float, doesn't it? Holy cow! I asked my wife, "Do we have root beer floats?" No, we don't. Okay, that's not good. Why do we have to wait 2 weeks? I know, voice. It's coming. It's coming, guys. Patience. We've waited this long. It's gonna be here soon. It will be here soon. Oh, Aratheos has been in the guild since January, I believe. If I just remember. So yeah, there's the countdown. Very nice. Very much. Very much. Yeah, I know. Aratheos has been lurking in the shadows. He's old, old vanilla vet like myself. So he's a good guy. He's just a little quiet. That's all. Nice guy though. Moving on, since we don't have any more. If you have ideas for guild events, um, Moxie and Isacott are your guild event coordinators. There's a spreadsheet, funny enough, in the guild website in the stickies. Guild events. I think there's an area where you can make suggestions or just talk to them directly. Yes, patience is a virtue. I don't think it's annoying. I think it is a virtue. Want to move on. I know it's kind of a hot topic right now, and people. I mean, I know it's hard to not talk about, but let's talk about rating. Basically, the message is please don't worry about it right now. We are working on it, as you know. There's a lot of logistical nightmarishness that goes with um, rating in vanilla. A lot. I'm trying my best. Uh, I'm working with the officers as well. We do have that spreadsheet up. Um, Little no. I've noticed some people have been changing information on there after they've posted it. Couple things I just wanted to put out. That sheet isn't meant to be changed. Remember, certain people are making decisions on what was already put on that sheet. Okay, so if someone makes a decision on what what class they want to play based on what other people are playing, and then you go change in your class, that's not fair, and you shouldn't. Please don't do that. Also, that isn't a sign up sheet. Remember that. That's just kind of a picture to help you as decide what class you would like to play and to give us an idea of where we stand. So, I mean, I know, and we put out the post with it. It's not meant to be changed, And some people have come to me, not a big deal, and I thank the people that have actually come to me and asked me about changing things. And I'm not, no one's in trouble. I do know who's done it. There is a history, by the way. It does change, and I can see who's changing their areas. Nobody's in trouble or anything like that. But just from now on, we might be locking it out soon as well to look at a better option. Since I think at this point we have a very I think we have a very good, clear picture as to where things are gonna be at this point. So it's all good. Yeah, certain people were changing classes without asking, and again, no big deal. Let's move on from there. I'm not about calling people out, right? That's not where we are and what we want to do. Hope I'm still coming in. Am I still? Yep, looks like I'm still coming through. Very good. Just want to make sure my volume levels are still good. Yep. And again, any part of the meeting you do miss, it will be up on YouTube by hopefully by tomorrow. I'm hoping. All right. So moving on from enjoy the. And we want to say the guild makeup is going to change over time, right? The guild makeup's going to change. There are going to people in here that might not. They might leave. That some people life changes, right? You get a new job. I can't be on WoW anymore. Or yeah, I really didn't want to play WoW Classic. I guess it wasn't what I thought it was. And new people are going to join, and things are going to move, right? That's just sort of how MMOs go. So the guild makeup's going to change. Enjoy the leveling process. Just remember that is a huge thing. We want you to stop, smell the roses. We know some people are fast levelers. But just remember, the faster you level, the longer you're going to be sitting there waiting for, um, waiting for, people to level up. The good thing is, as people begin to hit 60, those that wish to become geared will become part of what I call the snowball effect, where there's going to be a group of people that are a little quicker than everyone else, and they'll get like their little nice blue gear, and they'll be able to help those that are leveling up, and then it'll turn into a big storm where every night we have groups going out all over the place, destroying those level 60 dungeons and having just a great time with each other. And then, yeah. But remember, it's not about BIS. I mean, well, some people will be about best in slot, but for some, it's not. Just remember that we're we're about playing at your pace and enjoying yourself. So don't feel that you're pressured into best in slot, but we want we want those to enjoy it. Remember, Dire Mall will not be available on launch, so that will not be here for a while. I just want you want you to know that Dire Mall will not be available till phase 3 or 4, maybe. Yeah, till Zul'Gurub comes in, I think. Yeah, so that'll be a long time from now. Very, very good. Yeah. And remember, different people in the game, what's a good message for about our guild? Play the game the way you want to play it, but don't judge anyone else for playing the way they want to play. That's that's something that is not accepted. We don't want people doing that. Pardon me. I think I'm having some connection issues, and which is why you're hearing that little audio blip. I will try to correct this as soon as the meeting's over. Guild chat. Okay. So right now, we have the rule that um, guild chat is RP light. We are looking into possibly changing that. For now, it still is. So the beginning, guild chat will still be RP light. We're going to still use REOOC. Um, but it looks like communities have stayed and kept their way over into Classic unless they change it at the last second. And we're thinking about, it's not for certain yet, we'll let you know, the officership will let you know that if we do decide, we might end up making the role playing area of the guild into a community on the game, which is like a separate chat, right? And which is what we would do for the classes too once we start building our class communities as well. So stay tuned for that. Right now we're still the same, but remember, if you're looking to make a group, you can still make a group in guild chat. Just put a little RP twist on it. Looking to adventure with. I mean, of course, if you're looking for DPS and stuff like that, yeah, you can do the light RP, or you can just look if you're looking for a quick yeah, going to Dead Mines, need 3 DPS, one healer. You can do that in the out of character channel really quick. But if you want to do it in in the guild chat, for now, we have to keep it light RP until we decide how we're gonna build the RP thing. Since right now, I think that there's some issues with the REOOC thing, mostly because there's not a lot of moderation tools we have for it, and anyone can kind of join it. Yeah. So we need to, and unfortunately, that information is kind of out in the public through my streams, which is a mistake of mine, and I apologize. So we are gonna hopefully use those those communities to our advantage if they keep them in the game. Please, everyone, pray they keep them. It's a tool that I think is actually worth using. Okay, moving on from there. Oh, that's right. And as you know, I know here I've got a little commotion on my mic because my dog ran right over it right before I started the guild meeting. Just remember, don't have a commotion on your microphone. If your kids or your dogs or everything's going crazy in your house, mute it up. And used to push to talk. I'm just much at fault. I don't know if you have ever heard. If you guys have ever heard me while I'm talking to you guys on Discord, this is usually what it sounds like recently because I have one of those new mechanical keyboards and I'm not used to it. So I need to. So rules for guild chat now. Right now, guild chat is still light RP, just as normal. Yeah, yeah. So just right now, nothing's changed, Frasia. We'll let you know if things do change, which I assume they will at some point. And if you don't, and of course, if no one doesn't understand, um, Discord chats are all out of character. Yep. Yeah, we might add a looking for group area on the Discord. We have some nice. We have a lot of emotes based on all the awesome. Based on all the awesome help from the Nitro thing. So we can say like, looking for more hunters molten core like this in guild. So we might end up putting a looking for group section. We have a voice looking for group section, but we might change that and add a text one as well. And we'll make some very easy to follow ways to get this to get like groups rolling at least some sort of organized way. So, right. So for now, yeah, the guild chat, yeah. So and again on Discord, don't have a keep your remember there are going to be a lot of people on here, and your group probably doesn't want to hear you vaping if you vape. All right. So moving on from that. Oh, this is a great, great one. Reminder to the initiates. We have a lot of initiates in the guild. Welcome to you guys. Thank you. It's been great getting you all on board. I see a ton of you online right now. This is amazing. Brand new record right now for amount of people online. What is capping? I'm not sure what the question is, Frasier.
No, the question is, what is vaping?
Oh, vaping is using a electronic cigarette to vapor instead of smoke into your lungs to help you stop smoking.
Oh,
And it has a sound
that,
like this.
oh,
And you would not
weird.
like it. It heats up water. It's
Sorry,
very
that was
annoying.
the autocorrect thing.
That's all right. Yeah, it is annoying to hear over a microphone. It's not fun. Yeah. So there you go. Um, where was I? Oh, so initiates. Yeah, no, yeah. The void. There's already rules, Strayed. There's already everyone. There's already rules for how you act on Discord. It's on the website. We don't need to put them all out here. It's all on the website. Those rules are already available. So anyways, moving on. Initiates, please go after you spent a week in the guild. You need to seek out an officer. An officer will not seek you out. Uh, so if you want to be promoted to full member and get all the rights and privileges therein, you need to seek out an officer. They're going to do a short conversation with you, and you know they'll uh, they'll get you promoted if it works out. And just want to let you know, come to the officer. Moxie's the new player officer. So she'd be more than glad to have a chat with you. One of the most friendliest people I've ever met, by the way, too. Wonderful officer. Thank you, Moxie. Everyone give Moxie a hand. Thank you, Moxie, for being an awesome, awesome new player and new member officer. Very, very much. Thank you so much. She's been just an awesome help and co-event coordinator. Look at all the work she's doing for the guild. And we got Myth, who is our recruitment officer, is taking that on. Canicus is also going to be working our Master Crafter program. I'm sure he'll have some nice posts coming up very soon about that. For those that are interested in that program on the website, you can check it. But what if I can already get into the officer only chat? You should not be able to get into the officer only chat. I can't imagine that happening unless someone pulled you in there. How is Naprison in there?
The members are hopping into, yeah, officer only.
Ha!
That's, thanks for pointing that out, Nappy.
Officers are on that. Don't go in there, guys. Okay. Oh boy, that's great.
We've been hacked.
Hmm.
Somebody broke it.
No, I don't know. I probably broke it. Yikes. Yeah. So don't do that anymore. Um, that's a good thing about chat. Let's go back. So um, in game, by the way, all of the members will be able to chat in officer chat, but you will not be able to see officer chat. That way, if you have a question or something that needs to be brought to our attention, you can type to us. You won't be able to see it, and your other guildies won't be able to see it either. But you will have access to. You'll be able to type in the officer chat in game. So just letting you know um, that that will be an availability to you guys. Um, sometimes you don't want to send a tell, you just want to send a quick message like, "Hey, I noticed like this is happening, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen." And we're like, "Oh, okay, thanks." We can just see it, and then we'll take care of it. Yeah, there we go. Officer chat now locked. Very, very good. Yeah, exactly. Bright has it right. By the way, introducing Bright, our newest junior officer. She's kind of my Padawan right now, helping me out with both interviews and the raid stuff that you guys know. You guys are so excited. So Bright is just cool avatar. That's actually her with her with I thought is that Snapchat or something. Looks like Snapchat or something. I don't know.
With the filter, yeah.
There you go. Nice. So thank you, Bright, for helping out with everything. You've been most helpful.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, remember initiates, seek out that officer after a week, or if you haven't seeked it out, seeked it out. If you haven't seeked it out a officer within 2-3 weeks, we might say like, hey, yes, I know it's sought. Um, we might say, well, do they really want to be with us anymore? We want to make sure that recruits are moving up to full member. We don't want to keep you there. Very, very nice. Remember your date. Your time starts from when you made your your new member post in the guild. Yeah, yeah. What's the plural of nemesis? Ponder that.
Nemesis.
Nemesis?
Nemesis.
Nemesi? Nemesis. There you go. All right. We talked about the guild store and they did Nitro Boost. There's some really nice stuff. I put it on my last vodcast. We have guild pillows, uh, the hoodies, and all that stuff. I'm just trying to promote it. It's good gear for those who have bought the stuff already. It is quality, uh, and it's nice. The logo was done. I hired a professional artist to do it. The logo, and I tried to like put that stuff together as best as I could. But I've really liked their product. They especially since from my stream and everything. So yes, Mystery Man, exactly. Someone caught that. All right. So oh, big thing I've been asked by and talked with about right now. Don't bump the recruitment posts. Um, we'll let you know when we can bump them again. We're just neck deep right now, and we don't want to fall underwater and drown. So we'll let you know when you can bump those recruitment posts again. I know we've been asking you to do it the whole 7 months, but right now it's like ixnay on Ostpay, because we want to catch up and make sure we're giving every new member the proper treatment they need to like come through the interview process and not hurry them through that. So we do thank you for that. Oh, I did, and I just remembered one other thing. There is a guild achievement system that Isaacot's running. That's also in the guild tavern under Stickies. So the hardest achievement's going to be learning Wobblese. If you don't know what Wobblese is, you haven't been hanging out in Discord with me enough. Um, it's a great language. Just takes a little while to learn. So Ixnay on Ostplay. What is that like vaping? No. No. So yeah, we have the guild achievement system. You don't have to participate in that either. Um, I'm sure Isaacot's going to have some more news about that soon. We've kind of lost track of that. And we'll have some more info soon as well on the Guild Tabard. We're going to try to make it as close to the logo we have on our t-shirts and on our coffee mugs. So we will do it. My language is not, the Wobblese is not Pig Latin. No, it is not Pig Latin. It's something I created up with my cousin years and years ago when we were children. Okay, very good. And from here, right now, I'd like to open the door to questions, either on text or on voice. Again, please, one at a time. All right, very good. And I'm sure some people are coming in with some text stuff, and but I do know that a lot of people had a lot of fun this weekend. Again, things are going to come up. Not everything can be planned. I've tried my best to plan everything out completely in advance, but yeah. Do I have a question? I thought I heard a mic cue up there. And I see some people typing, so we'll wait a few seconds or a minute here to make sure we don't cut anyone off from questions. So, um, and again, oh, one other thing. What factor will decide what night's raid will happen? Well, that we're been going off so far. I've been using the spreadsheet to see what people have been voting for that. So I'm hoping to use that as a factor. So yeah. So there's only three possibilities, right? Since it's twice a week, it will be twice a week. So there's three possibilities: weekday and a weekday and a weekend day, or a weekend and a weekend day. That's how logic is. The only way logic can create that, and that's it. So and I don't think weekend is probably not going to happen. It's just most people don't want their entire weekend evenings taken up by rating. And I know there are some people that voted on it, but as you know, but weekday weekend might be a good option. Yeah, we will we will see. And again, I'm I'm just gonna say this now, and it's definitely not set in stone. If the popularity is high enough, and we will evaluate this as time goes on and due to membership, there might have to be a second raid, but we're not even talking about it yet. I'm just saying that it is a possibility. It would not be like Team A, Team B. It would be like Team Blue, Team Gold. Like so we don't know yet, and we're not even talking about it. Uh, all guild events start between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't say. Second rate team? No, not a second rate team. Yeah, I think he's joking, classy. Yeah, so I can't. Again, remember, try not to think about the raid. We're gonna work on that. And again, I can't make every single person happy. We're gonna do our best to make as many people happy as we can, and hopefully, um, you know, we can make it so everyone should get a chance to play. Everyone should get a chance to play the game the way they want to play it, and do things that they would enjoy. And we're going to try our best to make sure that that happens. Is there any plan to stream guild dungeon runs? There is a Twitch streamer program. If you want to be part of the Twitch streamer program, that is also on the website. You should read up on that and talk to me about it, because there's rules you'd have to follow if you're going to promote the guild. Um, if you're going to promote the guild, you'd have to there's a lot of couple extra rules that go with that. You can still stream all you want, but if you're going to be promoting the guild and talking about like random encounter, of course, we want to make sure that the guild core values are still intact while on your stream. If you're going to, since you are a member, yeah. So I would definitely check that out. That program I don't have that off the ground. That right now, unfortunately, that is by far the least of my worries is the streamer program. I mean, I plan to stream our raids just so those that aren't raiding are able to see it, and maybe I can put some nice videos together. I'm sure we have some awesome YouTube like idiot video editors that could do something nice with stuff like that. So we will work from there. There's all kinds of possibilities, but again, things will happen as they happen. Um, will we be notified if we're getting streamed in a dungeon? You should let people know that they are on stream. That's something streamers should always notify someone if they're streaming. So that's something that should always be done. That's you know yeah, definitely. And if just remember the original post in the interview that you did agree to be able to be on stream. Of course, you should know when you're on there though. Yeah, it is a courtesy. All right. Waiting on some other questions. While we go on, I wanted to talk about the um, oh, any. It doesn't affect us at all. I don't see how loot trading uh, and gearing affects us at all, since our loot system was gone over with you in the interview. I would assume, Strayed. and our loot system should have no bearing on how loot goes, since we're running that team first, like the weakest link. I call it the weakest link looting system. Core raid weakest link looting system. We went over this. Everyone should have had it gone over with them in the interview. Fonz, you're hot.
I gotta mute.
Thank you. Okay. Will we be pulling resources together to get crafting leveled? Well, that's you should be able to deal with your own crafting. Those that are in the master craft, no one will be. I don't think anyone. We're not going to be pooling up to help people level their own crafting. Everyone should be able to handle that on their own. Those in master crafter, the master that end up in the master crafter rank after they've already that you'd have to achieve all the prerequisites for that. Then those individuals would have access to certain things to help uh, supply special orders and stuff like that. But the Master Crafter program does not detail you actually leveling up your crafting. That's just not there. That the Master Crafter program is for that. Now you can always help people. You can help people in your. Just remember, the Crafter program is there's a limited limit on it, and I don't mean to put scarcity on it, but just make sure if you are going to try to go for that, it's a lot of not a lot of extra work, but it's enough extra work where it's a commitment as well. So just to make note of that, I would like to say though, if you're doing something like gathering and you're like you have extra of something, before you go put it on the auction house, maybe someone might need it. So ask somebody. There's I got a lot of extra cloth when I was doing the stress test today or today and yesterday, and that helped a ton. Just remember that the guild's there to help each other. Um, you know, but sometimes there are some people that don't want help. So just remember that don't be overbearing on people, and yeah. There is no real guild bank system, really, frequently, and which there's a system for the crafting areas and stuff like that. Anything else that's in the guild bank is for, raiding purposes only, um, and will be handed out by the class leads and the raid leader. Um, Nothing I can't stand more than is everyone just throwing all their junk into a guild bank. It's That's one of the worst things. Um, well, you'd have to go. I mean, we don't know that straight. I don't want low level mats sent to anyone. So Flasks. I'm sure that there'll be a character that you can send all that to, and I'm sure that the leader of the crafting and gathering division will put that out, and that's Canicus. So yeah. So yeah, we just don't want a bunch of extra stuff. There will be some sort of guild bank. We'll be pooling money that we bring from events like 50/50 drawings and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, low level mats, no need. We just don't need it. It's going to take up somebody's character slot, and also, we just don't want to overcrowd our quote unquote bank. I've never been a big fan of guild banks. It's just it's nuts. No, probably not. Don't send 1,000 piece bloom. That'll end up on the auction house. If you send something ridiculous to the guild quote unquote bank, the person that is controlling it will, and it's something that we completely don't need. It might end up resent back to you on cost on delivery, or it could end up on the auction house to help the guild funds. And I mean that as a joke, guys. So just I don't mean it as a complete seriousness, but somewhat I do. All right. I want to try to wrap this up. So if there's any more like big issue questions that we need to go over, I want to keep this under an hour. So if there's any like big issue questions that are like guild policy or guild rules that you don't understand, now would be the time to go ahead and do it. Okay, good. I don't see anything else. Any other questions? Direct to an officer, please, or a junior officer, or if it's a small question about something simple, one of the wardens can help you direct you to the correct officer as well. All right. So what I'm going to do is, and at this time I'm going to go ahead and complete the meeting. Thank you all for coming.